Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here, and we have returned back to the Sandman. As you can see by the title, all endings are going to be included in this final video. So how this is going to work out is I'm going to show the points in the game in which endings can diverge off. So let's say you do one action, then that outcome leads you towards this path which you can't go back on until you load up a previous save file, obviously, or start the game again. And then from there, from both points of the game, I'm going to show all endings. So first of all, I commented saying that one of the first things which are going to be happening is that, we've already seen this, we need to, if you want to pursue two of the bad endings of the game, we need to go back to Sophie while the footsteps are still apparent. We haven't seen this yet, but let's see this. Sophie, here.
What?
I'm sorry that I shouted at you. I'm really grateful you helped me look for Pop, but you hate rats, right? I can handle the rest myself. And I swear I'll go back to David's, so please don't say anything to him.
Will you really be okay on your own? I won't tell David you're here. I'll wait for a while, and if you haven't come to David's, then I'll come pick you up. And then we'll look for Pop together, okay?
Is that okay with you guys?
Promise me you won't do anything dangerous. Pinky promise?
Got it.
You promise.
Okay, be careful.
So you have two options with that. You either choose to go the other way or just simply sit by and not go after Sophie, or go after Sophie when the footsteps are still being heard. Because if you want to pursue this path by going after Sophie, if the footsteps are gone, that means you're too late. So that's why I would advise saving just before the scene starts. So that's the first kind of ending divergence. So what I'm going to do now is going to show you the other ending divergence, and this one's much simpler to figure out than this one, and it's just simply, I'm just trying to remember which file it was. Ugh, I love myself. Okay, so you have Keith's pistol, and this happens when Robert and Keith, we have a fight in building 6. Was it building? No, it's building 4, map 6. And Robert forced Keith to drop his gun, and it lands down here. So you have the choice. If you pick it up right now, that means you're locked on to one of the bad endings or the good ending of the game. So in this case, for... yeah. I'm just trying to remember what I did. Which one did I load up? I'm going to refer to the other one which I did because that's going to load up bad end 1 first. So, oh yeah, okay, this one. So in this save file, I didn't go after Sophie, and I'm not going to pick up the pistol. That is the thing. So we're going to go after Keith now. Good.
Keith!
What? I haven't seen your rat.
Keith, I've met Ed.
What? Here? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Did you ever tell me he was a killer? Pretty sure you didn't. Ed said he'd been living here for a little while. Does that mean he's been hiding all along?
I get it. That lousy Robert. So that's the story. Will, it's time to put your rat search on hold. You're getting out of here. I've got to go catch Ed.
But by yourself? You should call for help.
My phone's busted, and I wouldn't want him to get away while I'm out.
Oh. From when you saved me from drowning?
Uh-huh. But no sense in worrying about it now. Let's go.
Wait, I'm fine on my own. I can make my way back. Keith, you hurry up and get Ed.
Nope, we're going together.
I said I'm fine. Catch him quickly. That's the scarier thing to me.
Don't you dare take any detours. Hurry out of here, and go straight to David's. Got that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So from there, we need to now go this way because we see Pop. But, wait, but I need to get out of here. But... you're suddenly shaking. I think that was a bad error. No, we couldn't have given it to him then.
Don't go in there! Pop! Grab on, quick! Climb up!
Ouch. And we lost our flashlight, didn't we? Ugh, it reeks. Is this a trash dump? The flashlight went flying off somewhere. Yeeks, I can't see a thing. One can't see a thing, but do not worry, I have devised a almost perfect plan for that. There, the flashlight.
Didn't I tell you to hide over there? Why did you go on moving around?
Robert and
Sorry,
Ed.
Rob. I was looking for something. This right here, it's Mr. George's notebook. He showed it to you too, right?
That's neither here nor there. Someone found out you're here, Ed. A boy looking for his friend mentioned you.
Will.
You mean Will?
Yes, him. And that detective who's after you is here too. If Will tells him about you, it's all over. Let's get out of here, quickly. First things first, I'll get you to Sunnyside. My colleague Miles has a beachside cabin. It's not a popular area. You can hide a while there.
Sorry, Rob. I can't leave here just yet. I've got something to do.
What are you talking about? What do you have to do?
Like I said, it's about this notebook. Will found it for me. Now I know the method. You remember, right? What Mr. George and everybody said.
You can't be serious. You're going to take the word of that insane bastard?
Don't use bad words. I really hate them. Don't you know that?
Shut the hell up! This is not the time!
I'll go to the police.
What was that?
Once I'm done with this, I'll turn myself in. I did something wrong, so that's the right thing to do.
You don't have to do that. Listen, yes, you did something bad. You killed a man. But our old man tormented you for years. He threatened you, beat you, took your money. Who's going to have a problem with his death?
Rob,
Neither of these know the ripple effect.
thank you for hiding me. Bringing food really helped too. But it's okay now. I don't want you to go through any more trouble for me. And with everyone saying you're a killer, I'm sorry.
You just don't listen, do you? Don't you dare turn yourself in. You don't need to suffer any more for that asshole.
Rob, stop it. Don't use bad words like that.
What's wrong with calling an asshole an asshole? And tell me, are you really taking what George said seriously? Don't believe in the ramblings of a criminal. Don't you know it's all goddamn nonsense? All stained with this shithole shit.
Stop it! I told you, I hate it. I hate bad words like that. My head's hurting.
I'm the one whose head is hurting. You're all bastards! Every one of you! Wake up, Ed. You're the biggest victim here.
Stop.
Why do you have to drag us down?
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
You have a perspective.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Just get quiet, Will. Don't do anything rash.
Rob? Rob?
He beaten down his own brother.
It happened again. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. What should I do? Now it won't be enough.
Won't be enough?
I'll need to go looking. But first... Will. I need to find Will.
He killed Robert. Did he get like rats and killed his dad too? Why does Ed need to find me? What the hell does he want with me? I better make sure I don't want to come across him. Who should I shine light on as well? I'll get to the entrance and I'll tell Keith if I see him. Right now I need to focus on getting out of here. So what's the rest of this trash facility? So there's just a bunch of trash within a whole lot of trash. This place is trash. Not quality terms, but just trash in general. It looks like an old incinerator. Was there anything else in here? Let me explore around. Don't understand why this particular area is incredibly cut off. I can't look. I gotta go get to Keith. Anything in this room? Nothing on the shelves, nothing on the shelves, nothing on the shelves. So this area could be related towards the second playthrough's content. I'm not sure. Nothing on the shelves. You could take that lantern with you and smash it on Ed's face if he's trying to catch you. Cart. Garbage cart. You.
Will.
Yeah, not good. I need to run.
Did you find your talking rat? Oh, I wanted to meet him. Too bad.
You did meet him much earlier in the game.
Ed, did you kill your dad?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. That day I messed up at my job at the Chinese place and got fired. When I got home and told my dad, he got really mad and hit me. He always hit me, but he said something that time. Why do you make me suffer? Because of you, I'm unhappy. It was a huge shock. I always thought that by working and everything, I was making him happy. But before I knew it, he was on the floor, bloody. My hands were all bloody too. I killed my dad and fell into the pits of unhappiness. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to disappear somewhere. That's when I remembered this place. We were poor and suffered, but I liked how everyone helped each other here. Once I got here, Rob came for me. He figured I must have been hiding here. It seems like Rob was doing all sorts of things to help me escape. He brought me clothes and food. But still,
Will, run.
decided I won't run anymore. Between Dad and Rob, I've done unforgivable things.
You'll go to the police?
Yeah, once I'm done with something important.
Something important?
What Mr. George taught me.
What did he teach you?
All the homeless people who lived here suffered because we were people who couldn't work and did bad things and betrayed people. The priest said we were punished for our deeds, so we had to do good work for society and make everyone happy. Mr. George said all the years you suffered, those were the best years of your life. But they weren't happy years. No matter what, we couldn't become happy. After all, for someone to be happy, it takes the sacrifice of other people, especially sinful people. The same way our sacrifice made other people happy. For us to become happy, we had to sacrifice others. That's why Mr. George and the people who agreed with him did that.
You mean the incident 15 years ago?
Right. He called it like a ritual to become happy. Rob dismissed it as just self-destructive. I guess someone like him couldn't understand. Someone who could work hard and crawl out.
But they were all arrested, right? The ritual didn't make them happy at all.
It's not about good and evil in the law, and it's not about good and evil in society. It's a trial to become happy. It's just the first step to escape from your suffering.
So I'm being quiet, but I want you to hear the audio that the characters are saying. That's how these voice acting games go. For me personally, I like for the audio to play, and then I'm just listening, and you guys are listening too.
It's not the result at the end that's important. It's the process.
I think both is important. The journey and the destination.
I don't get it.
I guess you wouldn't. But that's fine.
Well, you have a pistol.
This is our philosophy that only we know. No one else needs to understand it. Will, it was when I met you and heard your words that I was reminded of Mr. George's teachings.
What's that aquatic sound?
When I first saw you in the hall, you were confessing.
Confessing?
I'm a demon child. Because of me, a family fell apart. I'm glad I met you.
No.
I want to be happy too.
Yeah. Is he going to come after me? A ritual to become happy? And he's going to kill me for that? You've got to be kidding. I need to leave here ASAP. He might come for me. Yeah, let's get out of here. Also heard that Ed knows a lot of shortcuts in this place, so in this chase I would suppose that we need to watch out. Can we actually go in any of these rooms? We can go in these rooms. Don't need that though. Already read the demons ahead. Excuse me. Keep going through this. Seeing that rope, I imagine that you would be very unhappy. Which way though? Keith.
Keith!
Why are you still here? I thought I told you to leave.
Ed killed Rob! And now he's gonna kill me!
What?
So, Ed...
Wait, first I'll get you out of here. Let's head for the exit.
Players wonderful Keith Barron again.
Get back!
Oh. He got hit by that bit of debris.
Keith! Keith! So much blood. What do I do? What should I think there were towels in the staff room upstairs.
Golly. Yeah, there were towels. But is leaving him alone going to be the good option? I wouldn't think so. No, not this room. This room over here. Oh, is every other room than the room that we need to go in? For goodness sakes. Ugh. Towels. Go over here. Go up here. Go up here again. I imagine Ed's going to be there. Yes.
This person's a detective, huh? I saw him in a magazine once. He's a bad person. He kills lots of people.
Bad people.
Huh?
Good. You wouldn't have been enough. Because now I need to make up for Rob, and not just Dad. I'm glad I met him too. Now I can clear up 2 misfortunes and be happy.
How can you be happy with this?
Ed! Stop it! This is just a joke, right?
Don't move, Will. Just follow me and don't do anything. Or else I'll snap his neck.
Yeah, the neck is a really important part.
The rope's a little long. Will, do you have a knife or something? Lend it to me. Now I'll hang you up and cut open your stomach. That's what Mr. George did, right here. It said so in the notebook too. It might hurt, but it'll be over quick. Just endure it. Thank you, Will. I'm really glad I met you.
Run!
Don't die now. You'll mess up the order. You're supposed to be hanged first. After you're hanged, then... Will, get back here. There's not much point in running. I know this building. I'll catch up quick. So, okay? Come back.
You have the pistol, Will.
Will! Run!
There's not much point in hiding. Good trembling is going to make noise. Oh my! Give Baron. You're making too much noise.
That's right. You'll behave like this too. It was going to happen sooner or later. Behold, this is what your future is. Cornered by the irrational, driven to death, you will be next.
No! I won't be hanged! Never! I'm not like you! I won't end up like you! I'll do it! If doing nothing will get me killed, then I'll...
Will. Ed.
You came back. I went pretty far looking for you. Well, let's get started. I'm going to the police station, so I need to be quick. Will? Why? Will? It hurts. My leg hurts.
Not as much as Keith Death was. You have accuracy, Will.
My heart. Stop, Will. Don't shoot.
He has more than 2 bullets.
No. Rob, help. Please. No. Help.
I think that was pretty much a headshot. Yeah.
Serves you right! This is because you left me no other choice! I guess it's that simple. It's kill or be killed. If I don't do anything, then someday I'll be driven into a corner and killed. So then, anyone who corners me, I'll do this to them. That's right. That's what I came here for, isn't it? Anyone who makes me or Mom suffer, I won't give them a chance.
This is a different side to Will.
I'll get rid of them all. That's what I need to do to live. I'll never be a hanged man. David? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have disappeared like that. I wanted to talk about something, but I got too nervous and ran away. But it's okay now. Okay. Thank you. I'll be fine. I won't get lost again. I'll head there now, David.
What do you do with that pistol? David doesn't deserve it as well. Bad end one. A cornered rat. Doing the same this time round, but instead we talked to Sophie when she was making those footsteps. So I'll be right back when there's something new on the screen.
Everyone's...
Who's there?
Yeah, why is she here?
You. Who are you? Will's friend. Did you hear us talking?
I didn't hear anything.
Don't lie.
Let go! Let go of me!
Rob, no violence.
She was listening to the whole thing. She knows I was hiding you. And your next hiding place.
No! Help, somebody! Mr. Keith! Mr. Keith!
You know that detective too?
Rob!
Come on.
That's the point about room then. You gotta go.
You leave right away and get to Sunnyside. I'll head back to the hotel for now. I need to prepare things.
Rob.
I'm sorry for everything. I won't abandon you anymore. If you're going to hell, I'll come with you.
I'm sorry.
Wait for him to go. Yeah, I need to look at her. That's a good point. In there.
Sophie!
Beaten up.
Sophie! Get up! Hey! Come on, Sophie! Now!
Okay. The paradox there. Sophie was strangled. Sophie's involvement in this. Not all good. How do we get out of this place? Was I heading the right way? I think I was. Keep going this way and then... Sophie came at the wrong time. At the very wrong time. If that was the canon ending to the game, I would have written a letter to URI telling them about my disgust for that to be the canon ending.
Keith!
Why are you still here? What's wrong?
Sophie! Sophie's...
Sophie? What about her? Hey! Sophie's still here too, is she? I'll find her. You get out. I'll get you to the exit.
You didn't tell her about Sophie, though. Didn't tell him about Sophie, though.
Get back!
Keith? Keith? Keith! So much... I think there were towels in the staff room upstairs.
You.
Are you... Edward?
You're a detective, huh? I saw you in a magazine my father had. You're bleeding a lot. My coat's dirty, but it should stop the blood.
Don't touch Keith!
Will, he's wounded.
I said don't touch him! Get away from him!
Will?
Move! Get out of here! Don't lay a finger on Keith!
Will, calm down. Put down the gun.
But I need to treat him.
Shut up! You damn murderer! You killed Sophie!
What?
Sophie, she came back here for me. She made that promise with me. Why? Why did you do that to Sophie? You bastard! I'm gonna kill you!
Wait, don't fire. That gun's...
Loaded.
No, don't shoot. Will, please!
Shut up!
Wait.
Huh?
That's your own blood, mate.
My hands. My...
It's okay, Will. Calm down. It'll be okay.
It exploded in his hand.
Whoa! What's going on?
Call an ambulance. Get him to a hospital.
It was much calmer than I thought it was going to be.
Why did this happen?
The hammer broke when I dropped the gun. I noticed and tried to stop him, but it was too late. I take full responsibility.
Detective? Will wants to talk to you.
It's all my fault. Sophie came back because I made that promise with her. When Sophie got captured, I was too scared to move. I didn't go save her right away. That's why Sophie died.
Sophie's not dead.
Huh?
She was strangled and lost consciousness, but she's woken up now. She's at another hospital for inspection.
Thank goodness. I was so scared. I thought Sophie died because of me. In the end, the only idiot was me. I got the wrong idea and went nuts. I even ended up losing the hand I made our promise with. Now I can't touch anything, or write anything, or hold hands with anyone.
I'm sorry. It was all my fault.
Why are you apologizing? Don't apologize. You don't do anything wrong. It's all my fault. I reap what I sow. Isn't that right? Say something, Keith. Keith, wait! Don't go! Keith! Keith!
Will, please, calm down.
Let go! Let go of me! Keith! Come back! Keith!
I'm not old Billy again.
That's why I told you to find him quickly. You can't do anything alone, so going and doing that, you just lost the hands you need to hold anybody else's. But maybe it's for the best. If you stay in here, you'll be safe, even on your own.
Where's Pop? I want to see Pop.
I'm afraid he's passed away. But it's all right. I'm here. Mime and Murdoch and Misery, we're all here with you, just like old times. You shouldn't look out the window. Don't you remember? Out the window is the woods, and there, the Hanged Man is waiting for you.
Bad end 2. Out of the window.
Don't you dare take any detours. Hurry out of here and go straight to David's. Got that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, Keith. Here, your pistol. It fell into the room upstairs.
Thanks.
Catch up with Sophie. Give Keith his pistol back.
Why did this have to happen to us? It's completely irrational. Ed, please, run away.
Different.
You're a good man. I don't want you to suffer anymore.
I won't run. Rob, you can run. You're happy now, aren't you? You have a wife, a kid. If I make you and your family unhappy, I'll be really sad. I won't tell anyone you hit me. So, okay, Rob? Run away. I want to be happy too. Well, I wanted to meet your talking rat.
Sophie did not come here this time. This is going to be as simple as that, though. I lost sight of Pop after all. I'll come look for him tomorrow. Right now I need to get out of here.
Sophie?
Will, oh, I'm so glad I found you. I was going around looking everywhere.
Why are you here?
Well, because we promised, duh. I said I'd come get you. Did you find your rat friend?
That's not important right now. There's a killer hiding out here.
What?
Keith told me to get out right away. I'll come look for Pop later, so let's just hurry out of here.
Great.
Now it's the turn of Sophie to have that. Keith's not here though. The bollard didn't fall down. Ed's here.
Ed!
Is that him?
Sophie, don't get in front of me.
Will.
Stay away! Keith!
Will, Sophie, get over here.
Don't get over there. He's gonna do something.
Edward Hayes, do you know who I am?
A detective?
That's right. You've been here the whole time?
Yes.
I see. I didn't think I'd find you here. Everyone thought you were miles away by now.
I'm sorry. I'll go with you.
Where's Robert?
Will you now? That's good to hear.
But first, there's something I want to do. Could you wait a little while?
Can't do
No.
that. You're coming with me now, or else.
But
Edward, you understand you've done something wrong, so you know what you should do, right? Right now, put what you have to do ahead of what you want to do.
He's not going to accept that.
Detective, please tell me something. Can I become happy?
I don't know. But if you make up for your crime and work hard, then it's possible. It'll just take time.
I understand. Will, I didn't mean to hide it, but sorry for scaring you. I wish I could have met you a little sooner.
Ed?
Where's Robert?
Let's go, Ed.
That's Robert.
Rob! Stop! Don't do this anymore.
Hide them. And you're going to help us.
Rob!
I've made up my mind. I'm not abandoning you, ever again. You killed our father because I left you behind. It was all my fault. Ed, escape with me. It'll be hard, but we might be able to get away. If you're going to hell, I'm coming with you. There's a car at the exit of the woods. Let's go, quickly. But first...
Rob! Don't!
I know. Show me your bag. William Morton, huh? You came a long way. What kind of family you got? Parents? Voice box not working? Oh well, no need for you to talk. Just listen. You helped us hide their bodies. Understand that? You're our accomplice. If you go telling anybody about this, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth to kill you. Not just you, your family too. Even if the police get me, whatever it takes, however many years, I'll find you. You think that's irrational? So do I. Irrational things have made me and him suffer all our lives. If you let out this secret, you can consider yourself haunted by them too. course I know it's not justified, but what of it? I just can't stand this world anymore. I hate it all so much. I'll just take out anyone who tries to corner us. Be a good grown-up, Will. Keep your mouth shut. If you do, you and your family can live in peace, too.
There's no peace in that life.
I'm sorry, Will.
It's not Keith and Sophie.
Hey, kiddo. Sure is snowing today. What's the matter? Lost? Whoa, what's wrong? Hey, get up!
Will,
Cindy, is it? Seems your son collapsed near the woods. He had his student ID on him, so we contacted the school. But he's pretty weak and won't say a thing.
he's been gone since yesterday. I've been looking for him ever since. I can't believe he went out this far.
Huh, so he ran from home. Well, glad we found him. You're free to head on back now.
Bit abrupt.
Why did you disappear like that? Why come to this town? Did you have some business here? You can't say. I've run away from home before, when I was a little girl, you know? There wasn't much reason. I just wanted to see a new world. I hope that's what it was for you too.
Mom. I love you.
I love you too, honey.
You can't keep your mouth shut of that forever.
I can't tell anyone. If I open my mouth, Mom will be in danger. If I keep it shut, I can go back to life as usual. It's the only thing I can do. Because I'm weak. So that's the only way I can protect Mom. I just ran away from home. That's all I did. That's right. I didn't see anything. And nothing happened. Deep in those woods.
Bad End 3. Deep Woods. So you can say from that the best thing to happen was if Ed stomped on Robert the first thing. Picking up the pistol again, but this time we did not pursue Sophie earlier on.
The rope's a little long. Will, do you have a knife or something? We'll lend it to
You're talking to your victim about having a knife. Keith has the pistol this time. Now he doesn't have to run towards him when he has a knife.
Now, hang you up and cut open your stomach. That's what Mr. George did, right here. It said so in the notebook. It might hurt, but it'll be over quick. Just endure it. Thank you, Will. I'm really glad I met you.
The pistol scared him off.
Keith!
Don't move. I'll untie the rope.
He's shaken up.
Keith! Keith! Get up! Come on! do. I need to get away from here. But what should I do?
Ah, jeez, I can't stand to watch this.
Pop?
Looks like you've gotten yourself in one heck of a mess while I've been running around, eh, Will?
Pop! Please help me. I don't know what I should do. Tell me.
Use your head. You can't be relying on me forever.
I can't. I can't do anything.
Oh, really? You realize if you do nothing, that guy'll kill you?
I don't want that.
Well, you could always just save yourself.
No! I definitely don't want Keith being killed.
Then you better do something. He'll come back while you're dawdling. Oh, fine. I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
Beat it!
No.
Huh? What are you talking about? I can't run away and leave Keith behind.
Will. You're a clumsy coward. Running's your strong suit, right? Just gotta add a little courage to it. I've given you enough hints now. To protect the guy, you gotta run. You get me?
I see what you're saying, but if I mess up, I know. I'll look for a weapon.
Don't even think about it. Sure, even a rat like me can bite back at a cat when he's cornered. But what happens after that? Once you taste blood, you'll do it again. Will, you've been kept up in your room, looking out the window, and you felt like that showed you what the world was, so you despaired. You're scared, afraid that man's hanging from the tree outside, wondering if you'll end up like that too. But that window's fogged up. You gotta leave the room on your own 2 feet. So take the first step. You're not a guy who's taken by delusions and hurts people. Ain't that right? Show him the funky strength of your fight.
Will,
Keith!
hide somewhere. Look for a chance to get out of here. Don't let Edward find you.
But what are you gonna do? Once he comes back, he might kill you.
You don't have to worry for a grown-up kid. Think about your own safety.
But...
Listen. Your father died when you were young, but I know he never wanted you to die like this. So, do what I'm telling you. Please.
What about your son, Keith?
You're right. But I could tell you the same thing. I know your son wouldn't want you to die like this. I'm going to get his attention and lead him away from here. That way he won't come near you. While I do that, you hide. And when you can, get out of this building.
Stop. Don't be rash.
Keith. Thanks for protecting me. Again and again. I'm glad I can meet you.
Will!
Damn it. Don't cry. Stop shaking. You can do this. You gotta do this. I know you can definitely do this. Yeah. Show them, Will.
Swearing might help.
Go show them how you're not a useless brat.
Will.
Hey, asshole! You want to kill me, right? Go ahead and try, but I bet you can.
I told you, you shouldn't use bad words. I really hate them.
Oh yeah? So what? You think I care what you like or hate? I'm not gonna play along with your shitty philosophy. I'm not like you.
Will!
You angry? Just try and catch me! Dumbass!
is angry. He's not following me, but he knows this facility well. He'll try to get ahead of me and catch me. To catch me. I'll get out of this building and lead him into the woods so I can get him away from Keith. Here's this one. Watch out. And this is going to be slow. Appears there. That's close as well, actually. He doesn't seem to appear immediately. That's a good thing. When you start moving, that's when he'll start moving towards you as well. Let's use the route that we keep opening up, rather than going through the route that we started this game with. So go through this way. Unlock this one. Go this side. And up the steps. Go this way. That's pretty tight actually. This way. Yeah. Then over here. If you don't take the right way, he's going to run faster than you can run. Spawn point. Do you want to ambush me, you little one? Downstairs. This way.
This way, stupid!
He's really taunting him. I'll run as far away as I can. I've got to buy time. All we have to do is go to the south side of these woods. I cornered myself. You could buy yourself time by using these loops. But again, if you keep colliding with stuff, he's just going to follow you like that. That's the route. Dead end. You again.
Will.
Keith should be long gone by now. I told him to run away while I was leading you around. There's no point in just hanging me, right? So this is it for you. Ed. I was always uneasy. I was worried I was delusional and nuts. So the fact that you believed me about Pop and understood what I was saying, it made me happy. But it's no good. If you completely go into your own world, you're ultimately gonna be all alone. You can't keep living like that. You won't have faith in yourself. I need to get out of the room I've been in. I need to become an adult. Don't you too? Sacrificing someone won't make you happy. Even if it does, you'll definitely regret it someday. Especially when you're as kind as you are. You need to leave that rundown place and shake off those delusions haunting you. Atone for your crimes, Ed. That's what you need now.
Help me, Will. I don't know what to do anymore. I know there's something wrong with me, but then what should I do? Dad and Rob, they're gone. No one can tell me anymore. Please, listen to what I'm saying. There's no other way.
Is he grabbing him?
Even if you become happy that way, it'll still just be you. You'll always be all alone. And someday, you'll end up hanging yourself. I don't want that at all. I'll never be a hanged man!
Sophie's there too.
Will, are you okay?
Sophie!
Keith.
Keith!
You did good. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, think of this environment. It's cool, right? All the snow.
Does your injury still hurt?
Eh, it's better when I'm moving around instead of sitting still.
Helena Bearing.
Maybe it hurt less if you gave it a little kiss.
That's definitely Helena.
Not in front of a child, honey.
He's not a child anymore.
Then, I guess I can't say no.
That's right. I'm not a child, so do as you please.
So you're awake. How are you feeling?
My soul's hurt like hell.
No, I'll bet they do. After all that running around.
Are you okay? Should I call a doctor?
Are you Keith's wife?
Yes, I'm Helena. It's nice to meet you. Your mother's on her way here now. You can meet her soon.
Somehow that
I'll
voice
go
is...
tell the doctor you woke up.
Somehow Helena's voice is really calming. I'll go tell the doctor. Yeah.
Thanks.
She seems nice.
Seems.
There's no seems about it. She is.
Keith, what happened with Ed?
He confessed to his father's murder. He's being questioned now. Robert's seriously injured, but he's alive. We're waiting for him to regain consciousness. Your trial will be starting soon. You might need to give some testimony. Are you up for it?
I'll be okay. I can see what happened.
David.
Keith, thanks for calling me.
You're late. He just woke up now. I'll step out for a second. Take over for me.
David, Ow!
You idiot! What were you thinking? Disappearing without saying a thing.
But, I mean...
No buts. Do you know how long I was looking for you?
I caused you trouble, so I thought I shouldn't cause any more.
Didn't you realize disappearing would make me worry more? Doing something so conceited and selfish. You're like your father that way.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's talk a little. And don't run this time. Got it?
Okay.
It's cold. I'll go on ahead.
Mom? Sorry for worrying you.
You're saying that now? I worry about you every day.
Won't make you even
I'm glad
more.
that I got to have a proper talk with David thanks to you. Though, leaving without a word to me, not so much. If you make dinner tomorrow, I'll forgive you. I look forward to it. The train's about to leave. Come on, quickly.
Paper train's that way.
Will!
Ah, Sophie.
Sophie,
Good, I made it in time. You're leaving already?
I decided to go back home for now.
Ah, that's good. Did you find Pop? Oh, really? Too bad. I heard about you and David. Did you talk with him?
Yeah,
What did he say?
if it's fine with you, you can think of me as a big brother. I want to get along with you. He's so dumb. There's no good reason to have a gloomy guy like me as a little brother.
What are you saying? David said that because that's what he wants. Or is it because you don't want that?
No. It made me really happy. Sophie. Thanks for everything. For helping me out.
You should really look at people when you thank them.
Stop it! Don't touch me, you dummy!
Sorry to butt in, you two.
What is it, Mr. Keith?
Will, I brought something you forgot. Couldn't be bringing it into the hospital naturally.
Huh? Pop!
I think this guy might understand humans after all. He was acting up, but when I said I'd take him to Will, he settled down.
You went looking for him?
I was just wandering around during the investigation and caught him in a net. That's all.
Why did you have a net on an investigation?
Every detective needs one. Don't forget it. Cold out here. David said once it warms up, he wants to go to a baseball game with you. So come back in spring.
Give me a call when you come visit. I'll tell you all the good places in town that aren't those creepy woods.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. We think Will and Keith, they're alright together, aren't they?
I'm really glad you came back to me, Pop. You're hungry, right? Want some cheese? Pop? Hey, Pop. Mom's asleep. You can talk now. You won't talk anymore? I see. Well, it's fine. Whether you talk or not, you're still my friend. That was a really long day. Feels like a lot changed. I'm not even sure what exactly, but I'm sure there's been a really big change. A long time ago you told me, before I parted ways with you, I had to become a real good man. After this, I feel like I've come a little closer. I'm still cowardly, no courage. I don't know what's wrong or right. But still, I'm not a demon child. Even without someone teaching me about the world, I'll be fine. I'll meet lots of people, go lots of places. I'll find it myself. So much snow. I hope spring can come soon.
Good ending. 1. Real good man. There weren't any other choices there, but we can be guaranteed to see and show that there is something else a little bit hidden in this game. A similar route that you could say to the crooked man, in the sense of there is possibilities of a second playthrough. So let's see a bit. Any of these names I recognise. Robert Hayes, Sophie Grundler. I recognise some of these from the Boogeyman's credits. David Hoover-Roo, Cindy, Helena, but yep, Serene Harper, recognise her. Young Will, Starleeter, Old Billy, ElTipejoLoco, Captain Murdoch, Teach, Patrick Hugness. Yeah, I recognise Leona Esteban. she does her own little games over on her own blog channels. Anyways, software, yeah, these are just the credits and what's been used to create the game. I'll put up my final thoughts as to when these credits pass and when the second playthrough happens. And the only reason why I knew what to do so well within that chasing the building is because I already played through a good ending and the game again on the second play to be able to get to the point where I need to when new stuff happens. Sorry, I was a bit lost for words there. Fonts, Nanda, Daniel, DJ Gross, Mom's Typewriter, Jen, Ian. Anyways, so yeah, these games are always really well done. There aren't really any bugs or errors within the game that makes it game breaking at all. Good job, vgperson, and very good job, URI, for both translating the game and making the game. And thank you to all the voice actors, actresses, and everybody else involved in the creation of the Hanged Man. Thank you for playing the Hanged Man, and congratulations on beating the game. Special thanks goes to those who played the other games in the series. The Cricket Man, the Sandman, the Boogie Man, and now the Hanged Man. Oh, good times. With this game, the Something Man series is concluded. However, it's only a conclusion, chronologically speaking. 2 additional side games. So that's what they were. They weren't like novels, which I thought they were going to be. If you're interested, I hope you'll play them when they're done. Absolutely. Also, this game can be played through a second time. There are no changes in the bad endings, but a good ending route has some new scenes and a post-game bonus. Refer to the site for info on where the added scenes are. You'll come to understand some things that weren't clear on the first playthrough. And if I had to pick, I'd say the true ending is the second one, the second good ending. Please try it if you can spare the time. One last time, thank you for playing. I'm sorry for that. So you can click on this train to get to the second playthrough. You can begin a second playthrough from here. Some scenes are added on the second loop. And after you beat it, there are bonuses such as character bios and voice actor comments. Good. Begin second playthrough. Indeed. And what you're going to see next is when the second playthrough changes up the scenario when you seek for good endings. So that means don't pursue after Sophie and give Keith his pistol back. So the first point of the game on which the second play, as you can see, changes comes from when you look at the demon writing in this room. We go down here, something's written on the floor. Demons are coming from the shower room, from the hallway, and now even from this room. This place is hell. The screams of the dead echo here. The demons must be stopped at once. Demons, huh? You're a demon child. Someday, you'll be burning hell for your sins. Well, if David didn't write this letter, then who did? Come to think of it, there's an opening quote, but not a closing one. Maybe there's supposed to be more. David seemed like a nice person. He hadn't changed at all since then. Since when? A funeral.
What are you doing there?
There's a ladybug.
Hey, there sure is. It's cute. So, why are you here?
'Cause my dad died.
I see.
I don't really get it. What does it mean he died? Did Dad go somewhere?
He went above the sky, I guess.
If I took an airplane, could I go see him? I'm too scared to get on airplanes.
There's no need for that. You'll meet him someday.
What's it like above the sky? Can I get there too?
It's a good place, but you can't be going there yet. Only good men can go there.
Good man? Is Dad a good man?
I don't know. Can you tell me something? What kind of person was your dad? Did he play with you a lot?
Yeah, he played with me all the time. Dad likes to fish. He takes me with him, but it's sort of boring. But see, he drives me there, down to the lake. And I like cars, so it's really fun.
I see. Then your dad must be a good man. I'm sure he's waiting for you there, above the sky. Once you become an adult, and a good man, it might be nice if you go visit him.
David?
My name's Will. Actually, it's William, but everybody calls me Will. Who are you, mister?
I'm David. David Hoover. See you, Will.
I didn't want to come to this conclusion either, that David was one who wrote this letter, but I can't think of anybody else who could have. Keith seems to know David pretty well. If he says David didn't write this, then that's probably true. Indeed.
Keith!
Don't move. I'll untie the rope.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Keith! Keith! Get up, come on! What do I do? I need to get away from here. But... What should I do?
Ah, jeez, I can't stand to watch this. Looks like you've gotten yourself in one heck of a mess while I've been running around, eh, Will?
Pop! Please help me. I don't know what I should do. Tell me.
Use your head. You can't be relying on me forever.
I can't do anything.
Oh, really? You realize if you do nothing, that guy'll kill you?
I don't want that.
Well, you could always just save yourself.
No! I definitely don't want Keith being killed.
Then you better do something. He'll come back while you're dawdling. Oh, fine. I'll give you a hint. Beat it!
What are you talking about? I can't run away and leave Keith behind.
Will. You're a clumsy coward. Running's your strong suit, right? Just gotta add a little courage to it. I have given you enough hints now. To protect the guy, you gotta run. You get me?
I see what you're saying, but if I mess up, I know. I'll look for a weapon.
Don't even think about it. Sure, even a rat like me can bite back at a cat when he's cornered, but what happens after that? Once you taste blood, you'll do it again. Will, you've been kept up in your room, looking out the window, and you felt like that showed you what the world was, so you despaired. You're scared, afraid that man's hanging from the tree outside, wondering if you'll end up like that too. But that window's fogged up. You gotta leave the room on your own 2 feet. So take the first step. You're not a guy who's taken by delusions and hurts people. Ain't that right? Show him the funky strength of your fight.
Will,
Keith!
hide somewhere. Look for a chance to get out of here. Don't let Edward find you.
But what are you gonna do? Once he comes back, he might kill you.
You don't have to worry for a grown-up kid. Think about your own safety.
But...
Listen. Your father died when you were young, but I know he never wanted you to die like this. So, do what I'm telling you. Please.
You're right.
But
I could tell you the same thing. I know your son wouldn't want you to die like this. I'm going to get his attention and lead him away from here. That way he won't come near you. While I do that, you hide. And when you can, get out of this building.
Stop. Don't be rash.
Keith. Thanks for protecting me. Again and again. I'm glad I can meet you.
Will!
not listening.
Don't cry. Stop shaking. You can do this. You gotta do this. I know you can definitely do this.
Exactly.
Yeah, show them, Will. Go show them how you're not a useless brat.
Will.
Hey, asshole! You want to kill me, right? Go ahead and try. But I bet you can.
I told you, you shouldn't use bad words. I really hate them.
Oh yeah? So what? You think I care what you like or hate? I'm not gonna play along with your shitty philosophy. I'm not like you.
Will!
You angry? Just try and catch me! Dumbass!
Still trembling while he runs. It seems to be like that then. He's not following me, but he knows this facility well. He'll try to get ahead of me to catch me. I'll get out of this building and need immutable wits so I can get him away from Keith. You do that. You do that well. And it shall be the final chase. So, you've seen two differences so far. The conversation with Pop, definitely, and with demon writing in blood. So just gotta get away from him. Go this way. And then keep our lights on. Go this way. Oh my god, the debris. The debris got us. Good. Let's not do that again, then. That's really tight. Don't give me that look of a killer. Shake it. This way. Yeah, don't trap me there. This is working. Almost trapped myself there.
This way, stupid!
I think it's a good idea to entice him like that. Sophie Grundler. I was so worried. I couldn't help but come back. But I wonder if Will is still here. I hope he doesn't yell at me like, don't come back. He might be cowardly. But he can really get angry kind of cute in a small animal way, but... Keith.
Mr. Keith? What happened? Those wounds.
Sophie, lend me a hand.
Extra scenes. Stuff that wouldn't make sense the first time around. There we go, that's the correct way out. Dead end.
Will.
Keith should be long gone by now. I told him to run away while I was leading you around. There's no point in just hanging me, right? So this is it for you! Ed. I was always uneasy. I was worried I was delusional and nuts. So the fact that you believed me about Pop and understood what I was saying, it made me happy. But it's no good. If you completely go into your own world, you're ultimately gonna be all alone. You can't keep living like that. You won't have faith in yourself. I need to get out of the room I've been in. I need to become an adult. Don't you too? Sacrificing someone won't make you happy. Even if it does, you'll definitely regret it someday. Especially when you're as kind as you are. You need to leave that rundown place and shake off those delusions haunting you. Atone for your crimes, Ed. That's what you need now.
Help me, Will. I don't know what to do anymore. I know there's something wrong with me, but then what should I do? Dad and Rob, they're gone. No one can tell me anymore. Please, listen to what I'm saying. There's no other way.
Even if you become happy that way, it'll still just be you. You'll always be all alone. And someday, you'll end up hanging yourself. I don't want that at all. I'll never be a hanged man!
Will!
He's okay.
Sophie! Keith!
You did good. That was pretty cool.
Will!
Ooh.
Jeez, I can't stand to watch this. Don't cry.
Is somebody there?
Over here, Will.
Mr. Rat, you can talk?
Hey, Will. Why are you crying?
Yeah, why are you crying?
It's been a while since Dad died, and I still get really lonely sometimes. I think maybe I'll never see Dad again.
Hey, now. What's crying going to do for you? Your dad's just gone on a long journey. You'll definitely meet him again someday. To get ready for then, you gotta be a real good man, Will.
A real good man?
Yeah, a
I
real
was
good
just thinking
man.
about how he could escape from this cage, but I'll put that off. I'll be someone you can talk to for a while. So don't cry all by yourself, Will.
Your stories are always really funny. Oh, Billy talked to me a lot too, but it's a lot more fun talking with you.
Old Billy, eh? Of course that old man's preaching is boring.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Billy since you came. Or Mime, or Murdoch, or Misery.
Yeah, they won't be coming back no more. Because I sort of came in their place.
What do you mean?
Meetings and farewells come in sets, and it'll be the same for me. Someday I'll leave your side.
You're going away?
Of course. After all, I'm a world-traveling super rat. Can't just sit still in one place. I'll stick with you for now because you're pitiful. But I'm planning to set out again soon.
Don't go. I don't want to be alone. I'm lonely. Dad left me without saying anything. Mom might do the same thing. And people say I'm a weirdo who talks to nothing. I have a few friends at school, but I don't have any friends I could tell the truth to. I'm scared that someday I'll be really, really alone. If that happens, what should I do?
Will. Didn't I tell you? You gotta be a real good man. A real good man knows there are hellos and goodbyes. He takes action and tries to see the world for himself. Sure, there's a lot of people who will leave you, but there'll be a lot of people you meet too, see? Hey, Will, you realize that? You're a real clever guy. You're not just a scaredy cat. You're super sensitive to your feelings and changes around you. You think hard about even the smallest things. You try to figure out what happens and why it's that way. And you give it a name and make it yours. Those are your treasures, the essential pillars of your world. But whatever you do, those pillars crumble. You gotta get new ones, or else you can't keep up with the world. You gotta meet lots of people, experience lots, keep your world fresh. Do that and you'll never be alone. So listen, Will, you should never despair all alone. You can't hide in your own world.
Yeah.
When you're uneasy, you can always remember me, the super rat who gives your little self courage.
That's good to hear.
I know, Pop. I knew this moment would come for a long time. It's time for us to part. I know that, but I hope you forgive me for still clinging on to you. It's just, I wanted to say goodbye.
Does your injury still hurt?
Back here in the hospital.
It's better when I'm moving around instead of sitting still. Maybe it hurt less if you gave it a little kiss.
Not in front of a child, honey.
He's not a child anymore.
Then, I guess I can't say no.
That's right. I'm not a child, so do as you please.
So you're awake. How are you feeling?
My soul's hurt like hell.
No, I'll bet they do, after all that running around.
Are you okay? Should I call a doctor?
Are you Keith's wife?
Yes, I'm Helena. It's nice to meet you. Your mother's on her way here now. You can meet her soon. I'll go tell the doctor you woke up.
Thanks.
She seems nice.
There's no seems about it. She is.
Keith, what happened with Ed?
He confessed to his father's murder. He's being questioned now. Robert's seriously injured, but he's alive. We're waiting for him to regain consciousness. Their trial will be starting soon. You might need to give some testimony. Are you up for it?
I'll be okay. I can see what happened.
David.
Keith, thanks for calling me.
You're late. He just woke up now. I'll step out for a second. Take over for me.
David, Ow!
You idiot! What were you thinking? Disappearing without saying a thing.
But, I mean...
No buts. Do you know how long I was looking for you?
I caused you trouble, so I thought I shouldn't cause any more.
Didn't you realize disappearing would make me worry more? Doing something so conceited and selfish. You're like your father that way.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's talk a little. And don't run this time. Got it?
Okay.
Okie dokie. Yeah.
Thought you quit smoking.
This is my last one.
Seems he found this in his dad's possessions. Figured he didn't need it anymore, so I took it. This is what got him to come here. You wrote this letter, didn't you?
Why do you think that?
It's your writing.
When have you seen my writing?
On the paperwork for the world's worst tour. Got a chance to see it after the fact. Why'd you write this to him? Are you trying to threaten him?
You got 1 out of 3. Yes, I'm the one who wrote that. But I didn't mean for it to be a threat. And most importantly, it wasn't addressed to Will. It was to my father. I really resented my father. I was 14 at the time. I couldn't forgive him for abandoning my frail mother. But one day, when he sent pictures of his child, I had a thought. Sure, I resented my father. Was there any reason to resent this child? You're a demon child. Someday, you'll be burning in hell for your sins. That's only the first part. But you're blessed, because you had a blessed child. Your child gave you light, showed you the way. Go on, you pitiful man. No one's going to blame you anymore. Familiar with it? It's a quote from Detective Crawford, specifically the Hanged Man episode. My father liked the show and watched it with me. I figured he would know the line, so I didn't even need to write the rest, but I did include the card as a hint. Any child should be blessed. They shouldn't be burdened with their parents' sins. These are words of celebration only he would understand. I just hesitated to write the celebratory part. It was sort of meant to be playful.
Not playful.
I'm sure my father must have understood it. That's why he held on to it.
Why'd you call his mother?
It was about money. The money my father left before he left home. I hadn't touched it the whole time. I set aside some for my mom's funeral, but there was a lot left. Then, I remembered Will. Still in junior high, so I thought he might need money soon. Shirley told me I could do what I wanted with it, too. But before that, I wanted to tell Will about her father, so I called Cindy, but she refused me. She said it was too soon to tell Will what his dad did.
So that's why Cindy was in the credits.
But I talked with Cindy again earlier, and she understood. Because when Will finds the path he wants, she doesn't want him to have to give it up because of money.
You can just take the inheritance, you know. You're bound to need it sometime, too.
It's stubbornness, plain and simple. I felt like I should support my family with the money I earn, not my father's money. Maybe in spring, I should invite him to a baseball game or something. And if I went with Will to visit his grave, I wonder what our dad would think there in the afterlife.
I'm sure he'd be happy. It's about time for Will to take off. Not going to see him off?
I talked with him plenty earlier. I'm fine.
Right. Me? I'm not sure what I'll do.
What's the matter?
It doesn't feel good keeping secrets from kids. I get the urge to tell them the truth.
I don't think telling the truth is always a good thing, especially when it's to a kid.
I think he's old enough to understand.
Guess so.
Hmm? That's where that Robert stomped.
It's cold. I'll go on ahead.
Mom? Sorry for worrying you.
You're saying that now? I worry about you every day. I'm glad that I got to have a proper talk with David thanks to you. Though, leaving without a word to me, not so much. If you make dinner tomorrow, I'll forgive you. I look forward to it. The train's about to leave. Come on, quickly.
Those are your parting words.
Will!
Sophie,
Good, I made it in time. You're leaving already?
I decided to go back home for now.
Ah, that's good. Did you find Pop? Oh, really? Too bad. I heard about you and David. Did you talk with him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did he say?
if it's fine with you, you can think of me as a big brother. I want to get along with you. He's so dumb. There's no good reason to have a gloomy guy like me as a little brother.
What are you saying? David said that because that's what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it because you don't want that?
No. It made me really happy. Sophie. Thanks for everything. For helping me out.
You should really look at people when you thank them.
Stop it! Don't touch me, you dummy!
Aw.
Sorry to butt in, you two.
What is it, Mr. Keith?
I'm sorry we couldn't find your rat.
It's okay. Pop told me all the time. I'm a world-traveling super rat. Can't just sit still in one place. He stayed with me because he pitied me. But maybe he thinks better of me after this. So I'm sure Pop set out on his way. I'm guessing Pop won't come back. But maybe somewhere far away we'll meet again. It's really sad to think of it as a final goodbye. But by the time we meet again, I'll be a good man who he won't be ashamed to call his friend.
Right. That sounds good to me. Cold out here. David said once it warms up, he wants to go to a baseball game with you. So come back in spring.
Give me a call when you come visit. I'll tell you all the good places in town that aren't those creepy woods.
And aren't.
Okay.
And are not those creepy woods.
Thank you.
Oh. Ah. Don't. Yeah. Don't go after him. And that's it. Sometimes I like to imagine that tiny little rat, his tiny little body full of big dreams, going anywhere and everywhere on his journey. Good end to Tiny Rat Journey. What a name for the true ending of the game. So why was Cindy... Ah, okay. Little guys down there. David Hoover. Oh, in there. Ah, so David dressed up from the Crooked Man, Sophie Grundler dressed up from the Sandman, Keith Baring dressed up from the Boogeyman, and obviously, you know, self-explanatory, we'll dress up from the Hanged Man. Wow. The 4 protagonists of the Strange Men series. And Pop. Yay! There goes Pop. Asleep. Raining. Find himself a little leaf to carry him on the way. And like a little kitty cat. Oh dear. Thank you for playing. Second play. Excellent. Congratulations on getting the second good ending. As a bonus, there are character bios, descriptions of the other games in the series, and messages from the voice actors. Please enjoy it. Once again, thank you for playing the Hanged Man. So, first of all, we're going to save. Now, imagine it goes from the Crooked Man, the Sandman, the Boogeyman. View the Crooked Man summary and comments. Summary of the Crooked Man. David Hoover, disheartened by a number of misfortunes, moves into a new apartment suggested by a friend. Witnessing strange occurrences as he lives there, he follows the trail of the previous owner. The origin of the story was a trip my brother took to Hoku. To summarize, he came back haunted by a ghost and met several misfortunes, then went back to Hoku to hold a memorial. I hesitated to make a game out of it directly, so I told him the unconscious calling each other, angle and devise the story. At this point, I had plans up to the Hangman, but I figured I would get bored and not make it to the 4th game, which had now become a good memory. David's name was borrowed from a certain actor, hint the Green Mile. His mother's name never appeared, but it's Rachel. Many people said they liked this game. So when making the Sandman, I was quietly sweating about whether I would be disappointing them. Okay. View the Sandman summary and comments. Wow. The Sandman. Honor student Sophie spends her days sleepless from the pressures around her bullies, friends, family. One night, as she prays and tries to sleep, she notices everyone else has fallen asleep, and she heads out into town to find the cause. The first game was Salmon, so I thought I'd get a lot more wild with this one. I feel like it maybe went wild in a bad way, but as a creator I had lots of fun. This game was themed around a certain metal song titled Sandman. Some of that song's lyrics appears as lines and ending titles, Sophie is an honor student, so I gave her a name meaning wisdom. And since the Sandman is German, I originally intended to make her family German, hence her father's name being Richard. Name being Richard, sorry. I don't like drawings much, but I had a lot of fun drawing the fairies. By the way, the cafe worker and Sophie's tarot-loving friend both originated from the Sandman. They're Reagan and Annie. The details of Annie liking tarot was for this game's sake. So eventually Reagan became friends with Sophie rather than always being this selfish bully. View the Boogeyman summary comments. Oh yes, the Boogeyman. Cool-headed detective Keith Baring takes his wife Helena on a tour of an old castle at his boss's suggestion. As he remains stern with the tour attendees, Helena suddenly suggests divorce. He wakes up in the middle of night to find his wife missing. A game made to be like a B-movie. At the same time, I took on another challenge of making it fully voiced. You did it very well. Thanks to the voice actors, I feel it's a rather lively game. Since I made the difficulty absurd, it took a long time to make. And even I snapped while making it. I snapped while trying to play it. A long time ago. After this game, I vowed to never make another super difficult game. This one was, in some ways. I dissipated Barbarians and David Shirley as contrasting couples, shielding each other versus back-to-back and trusting each other. We didn't even see Shirley at any point during the game. I hadn't showed such relationships in prior games, so it was a fun experience. By the way, you'll see if you look at the illustrations that Keith wears both rings in this game too. Go look for it if you have the time. Well, thank you very much for that. So what does the TV present? View character bios. William Morton, age 14, protagonist, David's little brother and from another mother, right? Cowardly, but he can get angry. Very sensitive and imaginative. His father died when he was 6, so he lives with his mother. Since talking to the hanged man, he became able to converse with strange entities. Strongly distrusts other people and doesn't speak his thoughts even to his mother or friends. Saved Pop from a mousetrap in elementary school and has been with him since. By the way, he figured if he got off call from his mum, he'd chicken out and come back home, so he left his phone at home. Okay. Pop, age unknown. A self-described world-travelling super rat. Apparently travels the world, so he knows a lot. Will's best friend, who he rescued from a mousetrap. When he got caught, his right leg got a little crooked and some fur came off. He teaches Will various things from a place of experience. Edward Hayes, age 23, a young man with a stutter. Has a gentle personality and likes animals, but he trusts in rules of his own devising and snaps when they're violated. At a young age, his alcoholic father lost his job and they went driven out of their rented home. So they stayed at a deep wood shelter for about a year. After killing his father, he hid there with his brother's help. After his arrest, he is charged with third-degree murder and receives a 10-year sentence. Robert Hayes, age 27, Edward's older brother, nervous but thoughtful of his brother. Has a habit of looking away from people when he lies. That's a good trait to look up in general life, in that matter, actually. After graduating middle school, he got a job at a factory to escape his violent alcoholic father. He's currently married and his wife is pregnant. Since he left Ed behind with their father, he blames himself for the murder, and thus wanted to somehow let Ed go free. After Ed's arrest, he's found guilty of aiding in his escape and gets 3 years of hard labor. Keith Baring, age 38, the Boogeyman's protagonist. A detective in the larceny and homicide division, calm and not fazed by anything, with a sharp tongue. He's married, and his only son died in a traffic accident, yeah. David's occasional drinking buddy. Also a client of Sophie's father, so he's involved with the family. A side investigation of the murder of Edward's father, he went in search of Edward's whereabouts. Tracing his history led him to Deep Woods Hospital, where he decided to look for clues to track him down. Sophie Grundler, age 18, the Sandman's protagonist, a college student. Smart and cheerful, she works with her friend Reagan at Mary's kitchen. In the past, her heart was broken by David, but she now gets along with him as a friend. Her father works at a credit company, and Keith is his client, so they interact, but often quarrel. As he says mean things to her, David asks her to help look for Will, and she finds her way to Deep Woods Hospital thanks to a witness account. David Hoover, age 28, the Crooked Man's protagonist. Will's older brother from another mother. He's kind but unlucky. His father had an affair and a child, right? So he divorced, then died 6 years after Will was born. He lived with his mother for a long time. Yeah, this was revealed in The Crooked Man, but she died from a brain tumour. Very sad. He's married, but during this time, with this game, his wife is out abroad training for work. Friends with Sophie, the two of them and his wife all get along well. Knows Keith from a prior incident and now occasionally goes drinking with him. Okay, so that's why Shirley Weber was not involved in this game. Oh, so this is Cindy. I was wondering who Cindy was because she was just entitled as Mum. Age 36, Will's mother, a novelist, but she gives English lectures for foreigners as a side job. Betty gets by, though she has a hardy personality, so she's managing. When she married David's father, she didn't know he had a wife and child, and only learnt everything once he died. When she talked to David over the phone, she didn't want to tell Will about his father and thus refused David's offer to pay for college. But this is resolved at the end of the game. Indeed. Enter the voice actors room, most certainly. What has everyone got to say? A lot of familiar faces, I must confess. So we'll just go around the table. Yeah, we'll talk to Will. We'll talk to Pop first, actually.
Hello, and congratulations on making it all the way into this room. You must be quite the gamer. My name is Louis Badalament. I'm an up-and-coming actor and writer. If you're curious about me, I've also written a book called Tales I Grew Up With, The Grandparents, that you could find on Amazon.com. And I'm highly involved with a fun online series called the With Voices Project, which you can find out more about on TV Tropes. Additionally, I do live-action acting. I'll be playing the role of Torres in an upcoming web TV series called Beyond Scope. But that's probably enough self-promotion.
Good luck with that, Louis.
Were you expecting that Pop would be used in all the ways he was used in this story? I sure wasn't. First, he was made to be Will's mouthpiece. Then Will chased him all throughout that old abandoned building like Alice chased that white rabbit in Wonderland.
Yeah.
And finally, he became Will's cheerleader. Pop's just the most versatile rat ever.
Indeed.
Say, which of Uri's Strange Man series did you like best? Besides The Hanged Man, my other favorite is her first one, The Crooked Man. But that's just me. Almost a pity that this will be the last installment of the Strange Man series, but I'm sure Uri has gotten even greater ideas in store. Can't wait to see them in the future.
Uri. So that's how you pronounce the name. Uri. Sorry, but I keep saying Uri. I suppose that was pretty close. Good luck with all those.
Hi, my name's Morty, and I had the honor of playing Will in this game. Before I talk a little bit about my involvement with the Strange Man series and the Hanged Man specifically, I'd like to tell you a short story.
Go ahead.
Before now, I've never voice acted in a more professional setting. The closest I've ever gotten to any of that is sitting in dark rooms playing games with my friends. It's sort of a tradition. We boot up a small game, and whoever's there participates by giving a character or two a voice. It became one of our main ways to bond as a group. Over the years, we've done that a lot. My friends were impressed by what I was able to do, but I figured I'd never really have a chance getting a real role. So, up until now, I just did it for fun. The jump from just a fun to playing the main character was huge, but I was so excited and humbled by the fact that someone saw me, a weirdo with dubiously absent gender, way too much time on their hands, as main character material. The prospect of being able to play this game with my friends and show them how far I've come is thrilling, and I'm beyond honored to have been given this chance. Which brings me to my place in the Hanged Man. I've watched and played the Strange Man series since at least 2013, and I was eager to see what the next installment might be. I saw vgperson's link to the auditions page at some point, and I was intrigued. At the urging of my friends, I thought there was nothing to lose by sending in a couple auditions and see what happened. I didn't think anything was going to come of it, if I'm being honest, because I was going to enjoy the game no matter what happened. Imagine my surprise, waking up one morning before class to see an email from Udi, not only saying that I landed the part as Will, but I was almost directly aligned with her vision. Again, it was humbling. And in that moment, I made a commitment to myself and everyone involved. I was gonna bring it as the most emotionally unstable but relatable 14-year-old boy I could be. I'll never be sure of people's impressions until after the fact, but just knowing that I brought my A-game into this project makes me proud of the work I've produced.
Emotionally unstable. You did that very well.
And here we are! Hundreds of lines and countless hours spent in a tiny booth later. Despite technical issues of school equipment, threats of getting sick, stresses to my busy college schedule, I've made it to the other side, proud of the work that everyone's done. In closing, a sincere thank you to Udi for believing in what I brought to the table and giving me a chance. I also have additional thanks for vgperson for all her hard work in translating and bringing games to English speakers, and the cast of the Boogeyman and the Hangman for giving it all they've got and inspiring me to do the same. Right now I'm prepping a lot of new social media accounts for more public face as a content creator, but I'll be putting out some extended thoughts about my role as well and my involvement with the Hangman at some point. You'll be able to find a link to that and other things at MortyK on Twitter. I'll also eventually make a video about the Strangeman series and how I think it all connects, so I hope to see you all very soon.
I hope you do the same as well, Morty Gay. Good luck with your roles, and also thank you for following me on Twitter as well. It's really honoured.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? It's me, it's your best friend, Blue Neonlightshow, back to voice Keith from the last game, the Boogeyman. You can just call me Neon for short. I heard Keith was going to be in the next game after we finished the Boogeyman, but I wasn't expecting it to be so soon. A pleasant surprise if you ask me. It was enjoyable to voice Keith once again, albeit a ton of lines to record and whatnot, but hey, that's part of the fun, right? Anyway, congratulations on beating the Hangman and getting to the secret ending. Go around and see what the other voice actors have to say. They certainly deserve the credit just as much as anyone. Oh, I guess I should also mention how to get in touch with me, right? I'll just leave my contacts here. Fair warning, I'm horrible at keeping in touch, but you can always trust me to eventually get back to you, even if it is within a month. Anyway, enjoy.
Well, if I ever spoke to you someday, and I hear that voice, I'm just going to imagine a hardcore detective just coming through my door and telling me something bad. Unlike the Boogeyman, Helena only got really one spot in the game.
Hi. I guess I'm back. Serene Harper, reporting for Juicy. Congratulations on clearing the Hangman. I hope you had a brilliant time playing it. Ariane's been working really hard in this game, so let's all congratulate her on finishing it. And for wrapping up the Strangeman series with a big round of applause. Yay! I really wasn't expecting Helena to reappear in this game, but here she is. Harry messaged me a few months ago asking if I could voice Helena again, and to be honest, I was quite surprised. I sincerely thought that her role ended in The Boogeyman, and technically it did. Harry did tell me she'd only have a few lines, but I was more than okay with it. I just didn't expect it to be like that. You could have given me a forewarning that the parents would be flirting so I could have avoided getting embarrassed, Uri. I can still feel my face burning. I blame you. I don't have much to say. I think I've run my mouth enough on my TPN message. I guess I can tell you guys what I've been up to. I've started working on my own games, 5 of them in fact, interchangeably because I love being miserable. But they won't be out for a long time as I'm extremely busy with everything else. 3 of them are visual novels, while the other 2 are being made using the RPG Maker 2005 engine. 2 of them are silly, while the rest are rather heavy and full of misery and horror, kinda. So, yep. Anyway, enough of that. Congratulations once more on finishing the Hangman, and I hope you enjoyed the Strangeman series altogether. I know I did. Send tons of love and praises her way. She definitely deserves them. That's all spoiler rotten. Anyways, you guys know where to find me. For those who don't, my Twitter handle is Serene Harper because I'm creative that way. I sound way too happy. Take care always and catch you later.
Take care, you too as well, Serena.
I'm Adam McMillin, the voice of Robert Hayes. Congratulations on beating the Hanged Man. I had so much fun with this character and getting to experience the way his personality unfolded. I'm an aspiring voice actor, and I've been able to be a part of other projects such as Pokemon The True Abridged series, Beyond School, and a new project called In the Flesh. I also upload YouTube videos at youtube.com/thatchannel90. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you.
Hey there. I'm not one for speaking much about myself, but congratulations on finishing the game.
Thank you.
I hope that you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed participating in voice acting. This is my first ever voice acting experience, and I hope that everything on my end was good enough to immerse you. I want to thank Uri for giving me such a great opportunity to experience something so new to me, as well as my girlfriend for letting me know that voice acting auditions were occurring for this game. Currently, I am a theater student who enjoys playing many video games and watching many anime in my free time. I think I fit an okay person to do voice acting, right?
Anybody can.
Feel free to contact me through my email for anything, and again, thanks for playing.
Thank you, and good luck with your. I was just trying to find it now. Your theatre-related work. Little Will.
Hi, I'm Starleeter or Ariane, and I am the voice of young Will. Congratulations on finishing the second playthrough of the game! Yay! I was really excited when I found out I would voice in The Hanged Man, as I have loved the Crooked Man series, and I remember playing all sorts of RPG games with my cousins and reading aloud the lines for the voiceless characters. I'm really happy that 10 years later I'm still doing it, but on a more serious level. I found that voicing Will when he was young was different from voicing other younger versions of characters, as these types of characters are commonly shown to display a contrast between before and after a major event. But this young Will is shown to you while he's going through that major change and still trying to understand and find his way in the situation. So he's caught between a time of innocence but also a time of acceptance and growth. A lot of other young boys I have voiced were still stuck in that innocent and naive time of their lives, and I would make it a focus to sound really cute and clinging to that side. Will is young and still has much to learn, but he's also trying to understand where his life is heading. That really defined an important goal to me, to grasp his innocence but still show his struggle to find his way out of this storm. I really love Will, and seeing everyone's work made me really honored to be a part of this team. I hope you enjoyed playing, and thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Matti Mali. I'm also known as hedonistic actor around the webs. I have a YouTube channel. There's some of my reviews about Finnish movies and my own creative efforts and stuff I haven't published there in a while, but hopefully by the time this game has been published there's more stuff. But yeah, I haven't played any of the Strange Men games before, but I knew they had a reputation, so when my fellow voice actor Teach provided a link to this casting call in a Skype group we both are in, I decided to give it a try if I could leave my mark on something that is downloaded by, I don't know, thousands maybe. So yeah, thanks to Uri for giving me this opportunity. And even though my role as a model owner wasn't that big, I made those 6 lines, goddammit. Yeah. Well, when after completing the recording, I did play the other 3 games, and yeah, they had their own problems, each one of them. I could go more detail, but I want to say that what is common to all of those 3 is strong writing and great feelings, and almost makes you cry kind of a hefty drama. So I really dig the writing and many of the characters the series has to offer. Well, because I had such a small role in this during one scene, I can go most of the Hanged Man by blind, so it's going to be an interesting experience for me as well once this game is released. So hopefully I will enjoy it as much as you do. But I guess I could tell something about myself. I have done voice acting before. This is like my, I don't know, 20th, 15th project, something around those lines. I began in 2012, and most of my voice acting experience comes from Manic's Expression site's podcast plays. They are most of the time well written too. Perhaps my most prolific one is a Star Citizen machinea called Combined Arms, where I play the main villain, this sadistic space pirate captain or something, rather. And, well, I don't know what else to say, so I guess I thank you for and congratulate you for completing the Handman, the final grand finale in this quadrilogy, and yeah, have a nice day.
You too, man. Oh,
Arf,
Billy.
bark, growl, howl, whine, and woof. Which is your favorite dog noise? I'm quite partial to whining and whimpering myself. Hello to you, and congratulations on making it into yet another one of Uri's Games bonus rooms. I hope you had fun, or if you were watching someone else play through, that you enjoyed the story at least. My username is ElTipejoLoco, but you can call me Loco. My real name is Francisco Eduardo Vilaos, but don't bother remembering it. Aren't Uri's Games great? I'm not attempting to suck up here. I genuinely love that aspects of real-life drama, psychological horror, and potentially unexplained supernatural events all coexist in Hair the Blank Man series.
You don't like
I
saying hand.
auditioned for a lot of the adult male roles very close to the deadline, so I was kind of surprised that I was contacted to take even a single one of them. It ended up being Old Man E, I think, and I had to submit a lot of weird takes for said role. So when I found out that it was for Old Billy, a dog, I thought that Uri must have wanted one of my deeper, gravelly attempts. So I recorded my lines like that. Except it turns out she actually liked a different take for that role. I only learned this around the time the area where I live in was particularly noisy due to a city fair and lots of rain. Needless to say, at the time I'm recording this, I might still be about to make a third alternate take, because I can't seem to reproduce the wheezing voice she wanted perfectly anymore. I have no idea how I did it during my audition.
If you would like to get that wheezy voice back, just purposely try and get a cold on purpose. And in that way, you could probably create that sort of wheezing voice that you really wanted. Or when what Uri really wanted.
Anyway, I'm not a professional by any means. In fact, I'm unemployed. I'd like to make games, but mostly I'm known for drawing, animating very slowly, and talking over video games whilst mishearing other people. I have no idea if players who see this room have seen every ending, but hopefully you have, because I'd like to maybe speak with those players right now, especially the ones who saw an ending with Old Billy.
Yeah.
Everyone else, close your eyes and cover your ears, okay? So, I think it's a comforting idea that Will gets to be with Old Billy in that ending. There's nothing more ideal than an imaginary dog for someone who lost their fingers, you know? It's the only kind of dog such a person might still get to pet, by imagining that they're petting it. Sure, it's a little morbid, but you have to take your silver linings where you can find them, you know? In conclusion, Old Billy's a good doog. Anyway, hope you're all happy and well. See you.
Not dog, Doog. Thank you very much. You.
Congratulations on completing the Hanged Man.
Thank you.
Can I make some clap sounds? You did it! So, what ending did you get? Good? Bad? Or does this room only appear in the good one? Well, you'll know, I guess. So, how's it going, guys? I'm StriHiryu, a Let's Player on YouTube.
Like me.
I have been looking forward to this game ever since the Boogie Man, and I have been keeping an eye out if it's also gonna have voice acting. So, when I saw that auditions were up, I went for it and got a part.
Good on you.
It's an extra, but still happy that I got a voice in. It's also my first time to actually voice act in a game. Even though I didn't have that many lines, I still tried my best and hoped it turned out great. I had some fun doing them. Thank you, Yuri, to let me have a part. Well, enough talking to me. Talk to the other voice actors.
Well, thank you very much. Let's wrap here. I have a message from the translator vgperson, who was a huge help on the translation front this time. vgperson first translated The Crooked Man, and has since helped enormously with the other three. Hi, it's vgperson. Just like the Boogeyman, I translated this game in advance so that Yuri could recruit English voice actors. After a rough learning experience that was the Boogeyman, Yuri took a different approach to her voice acting this time. She completed the whole rest of the game first, then handled the voice acting. I think this made life easier for everyone. Yuri can just focus on the game before worrying about recording. And my work and the voice actor's work wasn't spread out over such a long period of time. Also, rather than just scripts, we could use the finished game as a reference. Being able to translate with full context as I usually can helps a lot, and I think the voice acting also benefited too. I was glad to help Yuri conclude the Sandman series, the series that led me to her in the first place. I am looking forward to helping with her future endeavors. That's a good way of saying that.
Hey, I'm Leannis, or well, some of you know me as Rindre. I also make pixel horror games, and I don't know if you've heard of them, but I call them the UX series, and currently in progress is Flux and Lux. And I've been a huge fan of Udi's games, and well, I only played the Crooked Man, and I counted how many times I died, and I died approximately 33 times.
Just like
and
me.
I was using a walkthrough. It took me about 2 hours to get through it.
Took me more.
But even though I'm a horror game enthusiast and a horror game creator, I really like voice acting, and I wanted to try out for this game, and I thought it would be fun. I didn't think I would be able to be accepted into the game as an actual voice actor, so I woke up one day and I saw that I received a message from Udi, and I was crying.
Bless you.
I was crying because I was so excited to be part of this project. So, I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm pretty sure this is the end of the game. And, I hope you enjoyed my performance. Keep an eye out for my own games too. I'd appreciate if you would play some of them. And in the future, I hope that you'll see me in even more games. Thank you.
I shall. Thank you very much for that. The pirate.
Hello, this is Teach. I am the creator of the With Voices series, which takes games like these and gives them voices. So you can imagine my surprise when I actually get to take part in a game like this. I am very fascinated with the Strange Men series, and have always been looking forward to the next installment in the story. I have always loved how one installment leads to the other, and at the same time the way each one is a unique story with a different kind of strange man. It's been an honor and a pleasure to take part in this final installment of the Strange Men series, and I love the aspect of a fully voiced game.
I do too.
I'll gladly try out for any future game Uri tries to make. By the way, for those of you who are wondering about my work, I've done Mogeko Castle with voices, The Great Garden with voices, and Garden Grey Thou with voices. I'm currently working on Undertale with voices, Genocider, and Secret of Mana Theater with voices, and one of these days I'll tackle the Crooked Man with voices and the Sandman with voices. Though I wonder what I should do once I reach the Boogeyman with voices.
Wait, Uli, is that a teaser for the future? Is that a teaser for the future? Literally, is that a teaser for the future?
Hey there, I'm JTHomeslice, or Jamie, whatever you like. I dabble in a bunch of creative stuff like YouTube junk, the occasional dumb game, music, and now voiceover. I saw a friend post about the auditions and thought I'd throw my hat in the ring. I researched the Strange Man series beforehand and thought they were really cool. I'm really happy to be a small part of this rad series. This is actually the first project I've been a part of as a voice actor. It's a huge honor. I hope to be a part of Uri's projects in the future too. Anyway, if you want to see what I'm up to, Twitter is the best bet, at JTHomeslice. I'm JTHomeslice pretty much everywhere else too. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace out, my friend.
Hello, I'm MCBActual, though you can call me Al, and I voice the fishing store clerk in The Hanged Man. Though, I should say I've always had terrible luck with fishing. The only fish I ever caught was using a bit of cheese, but I digress. About 3 years ago, I was introduced to my first RPG horror game, Mermaid Swamp.
Great game.
Now, numerous translated games later, I'm extremely grateful that my first attempt at voice acting was for one of Uri's works. In a way, things have come full circle, though it's probably a circle of horror, monsters, and bad endings.
Yep.
Anyhow, I'd like to express my deepest thanks to Uri for making this all possible, to vgperson for their impeccable translations, and to you, the player, for coming along for the ride.
Yep.
You can find me hanging around, pun intended, on YouTube and Twitter as MCBActual, so feel free to swing by and say hello. And so, thank you for playing the Hangman, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Or night, depending on when you're playing the game, I suppose. Take care.
Thank you. Good night to you too, sir. And finally, your esport characters.
Hi there, guys. It's me, Chocolate, the voice of Sophie. Congrats on beating the game. Hope you had a good, spooky time playing it. I'm really glad to be in another game in this series, and I'm really excited to play the finished game. Thanks to Uri for making these games, and vgperson for translating them, and all the other voice actors in the games, because you guys are really, really great. I've actually been working on it for a while, but didn't mention it before, so I'll say it here. I'm also working on a game. It's called Dollhouse, and it's kind of a surreal adventure game. It's taking a while since I'm trying to make most of the resources myself, but it's definitely coming along. Anyway, if you want to reach me, I have a Twitter, Art Tumblr, DeviantArt, and a Facebook artist page, and the usernames on all of those are chocochocolait. Also, I really love rats. I felt the need to say that because I had to pretend that I was disgusted by a rat when I, in fact, am the opposite of disgusted by rats.
On the contrary.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Peace out.
Hi there! Thank you so much for playing the Hangman. Did you have a great time? I hope you did. I'm Jess, and I provide the voice for Regan in this game. This is my first time recording for an RPG horror game, and it was such a treat. I'm so thankful to be a part of this wonderful project, and I wish the best for everyone in the cast and to Uri on all their future projects that is to come.
Same for me as
and
well.
A special thank you to Angie. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now, so thank you, Angie. A good way to reach me is at my public Twitter account R4V3NBR4IN, which also is Ravenbrain. I usually post all projects that I'm in there. Anyways, that's it for now, guys, and once again, thank you so much for playing the Hangman.
Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you. And you, madam?
Hey there, thanks for playing the Hangman. I'm Makorie, and I provide the voice for Cindy Morton in this game. Now, while I was working on this, I was actually also providing another voice for a different RPG horror game called Kego Totori.
I mean, that's
You may
well.
know me as the voice behind Hotaru, who is a completely different character from Cindy in almost every single way possible, but I still hope I did Cindy justice. Now, if you haven't already, please go show Uri some support, not only for the Strange Men series, but any other projects they work on in the future. Having worked with RPG Maker myself, it is definitely more difficult than it looks, and to see such a well-continued series progress this way is just very inspiring and very interesting.
Very
So,
inspiring.
Again, I hope you go show them support, because they definitely deserve it. So once again, thanks for playing.
Thank you. I shall be alongside you in the cast of Kego Totori, Makorie. Now David Hoover.
Hello everyone, I'm Ro. Congratulations on clearing the Hangman. I hope you had as much fun playing as I did recording. I really wasn't expecting David to show up in this new game, but I'm very happy to reprise my old role. If you played the Boogeyman and got to the bonus room, you may have listened to my message there. I said I might start a YouTube channel and voice the Crooked Man, which is the game that David stars in. The channel hasn't been fleshed out yet, and I haven't made any content. I apologize.
Good luck for
I
you,
still
man.
plan to do both of these things, but real life is pretty busy. I hope eventually I can do something that you, our gracious audience, will enjoy.
Gracious.
If you'd like to contact me, or would like for me to do some voice work, or would just like to send me some comments, feel free to send me a message or comment on my YouTube. My skeleton of a channel is ROUKURO, and this time I promise I'll actually respond. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. And that's such a calming way to finish the cast. So, the Hanged Man. It definitely took the approach that I really liked out of the Crooked Man. It took on a more kind of negative inner demon's personality How the game flows was really nice. I would say out of all of the of the Strange Men series is that I would order it from the Crooked Man, the Hanged Man, the Boogeyman, and the Sandman. All of them are brilliant games. But it's just the fairy tale atmosphere of the Sandman that kind of left me hanging off from there. But the game itself is brilliant. I'm talking about the Hangman right now, actually. The game itself is brilliant. I think the way Uri designs their games is really, really good, and it's something that other developers should be inspired by, because even the first version of these games, regardless if you think of it as something that could have some small errors in, apart from that light error that I had, I think in the 3rd episode or the 4th episode of my Let's Play, I'm not too sure now. But yeah, apart from that lighting error there, these games are always really well put together. And not just put together game engine wise, but also in the story writing. And these games also have a really good flow to them. They go from one area to the next. The game gives you plenty of clues, aside from Boogeyman, which was a bit cryptic. And I must admit, I did resort to a walkthrough 1 or 2 times to get through this game, because some of the puzzles in here were just as difficult as the Boogeyman. But yeah, the Crooked Man and Sandman, I would say, is by far the easiest of the Strange Men series to overcome in their puzzles, but everything is all gracious. So take back what I said in part 4 about the novel thing. I thought it was. It's 2 side games. I'll definitely play them. I am a fan of Uri's series. I've played it since. Actually, you know what? The Sandman was my first game, and then I realised the Crooked Man was the first game in the series, so I had to play that as well, which I loved even more. And then that entailed to the Boogeyman, but at the same time, vgperson also translated another game called Blank Dream, which I played first, so that was really delayed in that part. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed The Hanged Man. Thank you so much to everyone who's watched this video, watched any of my other videos, left a comment, left a like, and subscribe today if you have not done so already. You won't see what other games I've been doing. So I've also been voice acting in Keiko Totori, just like Makorie's was, who voice acted Cindy. So I'm really glad to see that name, because I was really surprised, because I didn't even hear about that they did that. So yeah. And also, I'm also a friend with Rindre, who voice acted the teacher, and they're really cool as well. Check out their games. You should find them pretty easily on Tumblr. You can also find them on Twitter. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be leaving you off, because I think I've done enough talking. I think you've heard enough voices for one day, and we shall see each other's in another video. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves.